I've always wanted to try building a keyboard, but I've never had a good excuse to do so. And boom, an email. Want a sick keyboard? We'll send one over. No, I want to build one. Done. Okay. Turns out Kevin is from Milktooth, the place to buy custom keyboard parts, from keycaps to switches. You can filter them by the sound you want. Subdued. What's up? So Milktooth decided to send me all the stuff for the keyboard build and sponsor this video. The stuff in the box surprised me.
No way, look!
There were some custom keycaps. I immediately like the camel button. And then 3 containers with custom keyboard switches. These ones were loud. There are little pins on the sides. These ones I liked.
This one sounds so good.
And the white ones.
I can't hear anything.
And then a pair of tweezers.
Oh, this has the fade finish. Expensive skin.
In the next box, I found a fancy looking box with a strange case inside.
My name is Bond. James Bond.
This box was supposed to contain parts for the keyboard, and there were 3 extra switches, a bunch more switches, extra keycaps, a wireless connector, some weird parts, this thing, and the keyboard.
Isn't this a fully built keyboard? Wasn't I supposed to get like a not built keyboard?
That bamboozled me, so I asked Kevin if that's what I was supposed to have. Yep. Do you need any help? Do I look like an amateur? But then I noticed this gap at the bottom, and after trying to spread it apart, I decided to do an emergency sound test just in case I break the keyboard later. I also wondered how it will sound like with all the custom switches. This is a keyboard building experience, so I will have to unbuild it first. Okay, I found this video here, and look at how she disassembles it.
Approximately 4 seconds, using a little bit of leverage and force.
It's time for a little pressure and force. Wait, how did she do it? Oh, she's pressing on the keys like this. Okay. Oh, it clips into these little things here. Fantastic. Wait, there's a dongle holder right here. So if you want, you can just do this and then plop this back on. That's crazy. So anyway, I started tearing it apart and found a bunch of foam. This is the thing you have for cleaning the whiteboard. It will do the perfect job, I swear. This is multi-purpose. I figured that the foam is there to either make the keyboard sound or feel better. So I carefully put it away, and I was just left with the bottom plate, which I later found out houses the battery, and yeah, that's all I found out. So then I investigated the brains, and I quickly realized why this keyboard is so popular among Reddit users. There's a little connector here that goes into this thing right here, and that's how it's able to make the USB connector work. That's pretty genius. So this is like a perfect keyboard for somebody that doesn't want to mess things up. There are no cables, you can take it apart with a little pressure and force. Of course, it's also a beautifully sounding keyboard that comes fully assembled and in many color options. Okay, what are these things here? Oh, I just spilled all the keycaps. I then looked at the extra keyboard outline that came with the keyboard. Interesting material. Ooh, there's an on and off switch. Wait, it's next to this key, which is caps lock. So what if I take away the caps lock? Kablamo. So you just put it on and pull straight up. Oh yes, there is a little switch there. So maybe this thing here replaces this white thing. Since I wanted to disassemble the keyboard, I decided to try to swap these plates. The first thing I did was remove all the keycaps. You're supposed to do it with a tool, but since I'm a professional, I did it with my fingers. That's what he said. Then there were the switches. Oh wait, you grab it, then squeeze and pull, right? Right? Oh, right. This keyboard is hot swappable, which means that instead of desoldering the switches from the brains, I can pull them out anytime using this tool. And there's a very specific way you're supposed to pull them out. Vertically. Yep, I did it very vertically. While disassembling, I remembered the accessory box, but I still couldn't figure out what the things inside of it were. Oh, there are little trees there, look. Christmas. So I went back to removing switches. Pull! Pull! Oh, okay, wow. Bingo. This tool is now field tested. It started off something like this. So now I should be able to take this apart. Ooh. So these things here are the stabilizers. I think I'm supposed to pop them out. Oh, there's lube on my hands. That's what she said. Now, how do you take the stabilizers out? Surely with just a little bit of force. Ooh, no, not with force. After a little bit of struggling, I found that there's a little clip holding the key stabilizers in place. Oh! So I pushed it in, and one by one the stabilizers got ejected. Turns out this is called an FR4 plate, and I think this white one is polycarbonate. Feels soft and flexible, thocky and muted sound profile. This one has a clacky lower pitched sound profile. Those are a lot of nice sounding words. But before I swapped them out, I wanted to check out what else was there. And to assemble the board back, I also had to decide on which switches to use, since they all sound and feel different. So I wanted to find the best one for me. But to test them out, I wanted to plug them into the PCB, printed circuit board, the brains. Oh wait, it's upside down. Oh my... Isn't this supposed to be... Oh, was there anything else? Oh, there was. Whoops. Professional builder, ladies and mental gen. Isn't it supposed to like go in nicely? And the button here doesn't let this go in. See? Wait a second, what about this one? So should it be like this, where one side is more lifted? Surely not. Either way, let's just go with it. And then I put in the test switches. To put in the switches, there were these 2 contact points, and all I had to do was align it with the right hole and push it in harder than expected. That's what he said. And after I put it in, it was time for the sound test. That didn't sound very good. Oh wait, I forgot to add this thing underneath. That's not good. Oh, that's a massive difference. So which one do I like? These 2 have a tactile bump and these 3 are linear. Wrong. Turns out there are 3 types of mechanical switches: linear, tactile, and clicky. And they seem to have all the variations. Linear feel the same when you press them all the way across. Tactile have a noticeable bump, a place that's harder to press, and clicky are just tactile but with a click sound added on top to match the bump. So I decided to go with the blue ones. It has a tactile bump but it's very quiet. And also let's switch up the keycaps with the camel. Oh yeah. This was also when I realized that I was pulling out the switches from the wrong direction. I think you're supposed to not pull them out like this, but like this, because this is much harder, and that's what I've been doing for most of the other switches. Yeah, this is super hard. And if I do this, boom, it just pulls out like this. It's so cool that they sent me a bunch of switch variations. Oh, there's an imposter. I started putting the keyboard back together by putting the rubber bands on the outline board. I don't know what these things are for, the little Christmas trees, so I'm going to do some research. Evo AT keyboard, what's in the box? Oh look, Milktooth. It has a butterfly leaf spring mounting and quick ball catch disassembly. Okay. 2 pour-on case form, 1 PET sheet, silicone corner protectors, and rubber feet. Still not sure what this is. You know what? Let's ignore it for now. Then I bring out the base. Wow, so funny. This goes in first, right? Oh, that's the corner feet, I think. So in case I need a replacement, they're here. Oh, and this thing is for this guy. I thought this was some sort of a mod or something. Then this goes here. Not sure why this is here under the actual PCB. Oh, and it attached with the magnet there. Next is the reflective thing, then this foam thing, and then this thing. Beautiful. Once again, it's upside down. Oh, so I definitely mounted these upside down. I thought I was mounting them the right way, but the board was upside down. That's why they include replacement parts. I'm having fun building this keyboard. It's actually interesting. Then I put the rubber bands the right way, and it was time to put back the stabilizers. They weren't super hard to remove, but for some reason, the neurons in my brain couldn't activate the right pathways for me to put them back in. Wait, I don't understand how to put it in. That's what he said. And after struggling for a while, I decided to do some research. How to put in stabilizers. They're supposed to be here, like this. Or is the metal supposed to be underneath? I don't think so. Let me look at my previous recording where I disassembled them. Yeah, the bar is hidden. I take it off, spin it around, and then the bar is underneath. Wait, which way did I spin it around? And so the bar is there. Oh wait, that's it. Is it? Oh. No, it's not. And once I finally managed to put them all in place, it was time for the switches. Look at this little cloud thing. So now it's time for the keys. I'm definitely using the camel key. Do you remember that Aladdin game from way back in the day? I'm using it too. As I was putting in the keycaps, I ran into a problem. There's page down, page up, and there's no home key. Now what do I do about these keys? I'm just going to put random keys there. There's no insert or home key. Let's just pretend they don't exist. But then I realized that there was actually a hidden compartment in the keycap box that had all the missing switches. Wait a minute. Oh, there's a hidden compartment underneath. Wow, okay, well, these keycaps I'm putting in are double shot ABS, and the ones that came in the box are die-sub PBT. That says a lot. It has to do with how the symbols are printed onto the key. These ones, double shot, are made by using two different colors of plastic and two separate molds. And these ones, dye sublimation, are made when heat permanently stains legends into the keycaps. Which ones are better? Good question. So then I put on the top and plugged it in for a test drive. Does function backspace turn off the lighting? No, it doesn't. The question is, does it type? Wait, 106. That's not bad. How much can I do with the Max keyboard? Okay, 114. That's not bad. It usually takes me a while to get used to keyboards. Now I want to figure out what are the key bindings to turn off lighting and features. Is there England version? Function plus Z backlight on or off. Function Z. Boom, it's off. Is there a way I could switch into macOS mode? That would be cool. Function and the tilde key goes to wired mode. Oh, it can go up to 3 Bluetooth devices. And there's of course a dongle. So switching is very easy. Does it have macOS mode? It's not a big deal. I can set it up using Carabiner Elements. Where is it? It's an app that lets you add a bunch of cool custom keyboard modifications into your Mac. Here I have a bunch of them, like Shift Option C. Not sure which of these is Option. It should open Chrome. I'll just do that on the Mac keyboard. Boom, it opens Google Chrome. This app is amazing if you want to set up custom keyboard things. Of course, I also wanted to feel the keyboard with all the other switches that Milktooth sent me. Look at how many they have. If you're looking to upgrade your current keyboard with creamy and bassy or clacky or high-pitched switches, click the link in the description and save 27% on average on switches at Milktooth. You know what it reminds me of? Can you smell the resemblance? Either way, that's these switches. Now, I don't know what happened while I was doing this, but there seems to be a massive gap here that's appeared. I don't know if I like the super quiet one. My comparisons were all over the place, so here's a comparison between all the switches. I think I like either the blue ones or the ones that the keyboard came with originally the most. Since I use Windows and, well, Linux and macOS, I wanted to get my keyboard layout working on Mac. But after a solid 15 minutes of struggling to get it to work with Carabiner Elements, I discovered the last line in the instruction manual. Windows L switches to Mac mode. Who would have guessed? It's just Windows L. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5. I also had to hold the function key. I think I'll still want to configure it with Carabiner Elements so that as soon as I switch to Bluetooth mode and it connects to my Mac, I want it to immediately work without having to press any keyboard shortcuts. Or maybe it remembers the keyboard layout for whichever connection I have. That would be amazing.
I'm wondering why the I key isn't working.
That is destroyed. I'm going to attempt to straighten it. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's kind of straight, the other one there. Let's see if that works.
It works. That's how you recover a switch.
So that's the keyboard building experience. Honestly, I didn't expect it to be so seamless and easy. Everything about this keyboard, first of all, it feels incredibly premium and super heavy. And I thought that disassembling it and reassembling it would be so much harder. Of course, it would have been harder if I got this keyboard disassembled in the first place. Now, I know that there's much more to the keyboard building hobby. Opening and lubing the switches, different mods. I'm using very specialized tools to open this. Here's what's inside. It clips in with these things here. There's a spring inside. That's what you lube usually, I think. Wait, I just put it together and it doesn't come up anymore. But this keyboard seems to be made for people like me who don't really know what they're doing, but still want to tinker a bit without having to worry about accidentally pulling out a cable or having a screwdriver. And also, if you want to get the same exact keyboard that I have here, that's already built, you can do that from Milktooth. They're a one-stop shop for everything keyboard related. This keyboard comes in many color options. I have this one. They also asked me to wait a little before posting this video because they have a limited supply and these sell out super fast. So you can get yours today from the link in the description. And there's one more thing.
Element of surprise!